The biggest difference between men who stay broke and men who build wealth isn't intelligence, talent, or luck. It's how they think about money when no one is watching. Most people never fix that part. That's why they repeat the same financial results for decades. If you're overweight, disorganized, bad with money, and reactive, it's not a motivation problem. It's not an intelligence problem. It's a default thinking problem. Nothing changes until you stop letting it run your life. That's what this video is about. Every decision you make about money is influenced by a script you didn't consciously choose. What jobs feel reasonable to you? What prices feel too high? What spending feels irresponsible? What income level feels realistic? Most of that was programmed early. Psychologists call these money scripts, patterns formed before you understood money logically. There are 4 common ones. Money avoidance. This is when money feels morally uncomfortable. You associate wealth with greed. You feel guilt wanting more. You subconsciously avoid opportunities that would put you ahead. These people often work hard and stay underpaid by choice. Money worship. This is the opposite problem. You believe money will fix everything. You chase more but never feel satisfied. There's always a higher number that's supposed to make life calm. It never does. Money status. This is tying your self-worth to appearances, overspending to look successful, hiding numbers, feeling threatened by other people's progress. This script creates constant pressure and anxiety. Money vigilance. This one looks responsible on the surface. You save aggressively. You live below your means. But you never feel secure, even when the numbers say you are. You're always bracing for something to go wrong. Most people have a mix, but one usually dominates. The important part isn't judging it. It's recognizing it. Because until you see it, it runs quietly in the background. Think back to what you heard growing up. Money doesn't grow on trees. Be grateful for what you have. Rich people are greedy. Those weren't rules. They were opinions you absorbed. Once they're internalized, they start shaping behavior. What you charge, what risks you avoid, what you believe you deserve. The first step to changing that isn't motivation. It's naming the pattern. Write down your earliest money memory. What was said, what was modeled. That's the script. Once you can see it, you can replace it with something functional. Not positive. Functional. For example, money is a tool. How I use it determines outcomes. That alone removes emotion from decision-making. There's a reason people sabotage opportunities they say they want. It's not fear of failure. It's conflict with identity. If you see yourself as a $70,000 a year guy, a $200,000 opportunity feels foreign. So you hesitate. You overthink. You delay. Your self-image acts like a thermostat. Earn more? You unconsciously spend or pull back, earn less. You stress until you're back at normal. That's not coincidence. To change it, write this down. I'm the kind of person who why am you on with money? Be honest, then write a second line. I'm the kind of person who builds and manages wealth intentionally. You don't have to believe it yet. You just can't reject it. That's how expansion starts. Most people were trained to consume, not build. They ask, can I afford this? Wealthy people ask, does this pay me back? An asset puts money in your pocket. A liability takes it out. Your car is usually a liability. Your primary residence is usually a liability. Skills that increase income are assets. Tools that increase output are assets. Filter purchases through that lens long enough and behavior changes automatically. Scarcity narrows thinking. When you believe resources are limited, your brain focuses on protection instead of creation. That leads to short-term decisions. Avoiding investment. Overreacting to small losses. Abundance isn't pretending money is infinite. It's understanding that skills, relationships, and leverage are renewable. The practical shift is simple. Instead of asking, can I afford this? Ask, how could this pay off? That question alone changes strategy. Loss hurts more than gain feels good. That's human wiring. It's why people stay in bad jobs, hold bad investments, avoid negotiating. The fix isn't courage, it's reframing. Losses aren't failures. They're tuition. Once you see them that way, They stop controlling decisions. Most people try to save money instead of saving time. Money can multiply, time can't. If you make $50 an hour doing $10 an hour tasks, you're losing money. Wealthy people buy time early, not late. They delegate, automate, and focus on leverage. Calculate your hourly rate. Audit where your time goes. Remove low-value tasks first. That's how income scales without burnout. You don't need to fix everything at once. Pick one belief, one pattern, one shift. Change that and the rest starts moving. Money follows behavior. Behavior follows identity. That's the real system.